Hello, it is Saturday, March the 26th, and this is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene with your daily devotion. Welcome. Today we are reading from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 12, verses 1 through 7. Here's the word of the Lord. Meanwhile, when a crowd of many thousands had gathered, so that they were trampling on one another, Jesus began to speak first to his disciples, saying, "Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. What you say in the dark will be heard in the daylight, and what you have whispered in the ear in the inner rooms will be proclaimed from the roofs. I tell you, my friends, do not be afraid of those who kill the body, and after that who can do no more. But I will show you whom you should fear. Fear him who, after your body has been killed, has authority to throw you into hell. Yes, I tell you, fear him. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? Yet not one of them is forgotten by God. Indeed, the very hairs of your head will all be numbered. Do not be afraid, you are worth more than many sparrows." I tell you, whoever publicly acknowledges me for others, the Son of Man will also acknowledge before the angels of God. And that is the word of the Lord. The article today is "Do Not Fear" by Robbie Counselor. Here's what Robbie writes. Being afraid generally leads to one of 3 responses: flight, fight, or freeze. When we are afraid, we move into a primal state of protecting ourselves. In certain situations, this is a life-saving response. At other times, however, it keeps us from following God in the big and adventurous ways we are being called. Jesus reminds his disciples that they don't need to be afraid. Even death, for those who follow Christ, is not to be feared. There are many things in our world which cause us to fear. The fear of the unknown, the fear of death and disease, the fear we have for those we love, and the fear of failure are just a few among that long list. These fears can keep us immobilized from joining the mission of God in the world. Jesus reminds us that we are loved. We are so deeply loved, looked after, and cared for that God knows the very hairs upon our heads. We are cared for more than the sparrows. We do not need to fear because God cares for us. The hymn is "His Eye is on the Sparrow" by Sylvia D. Martin. Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home when Jesus is my portion? My constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. And from the 56th Psalm, verses 3 and 4. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise. In God I trust and am not afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? And that is your daily devotion for Saturday, March the 26th. Have a blessed day.